Yeah, I think we're just, really locking into the scout, getting stops, and then running. Or we like to play fast, so really just getting the ball up the floor was our main objective every game. So I think we did a really good job this game and working towards getting better at that. Yeah, I mean the Bahamas was a good check. I mean it was like you said, it was difficult, I guess, but I think this was a good bounce back game. Just tuning in and what we know what to do and getting our feet back under us and killing. I think there's even more things that we could tune up on. So, but overall, I think it was a good team win tonight.
Yeah, and I think we all played with like fire under us, like knowing what we left behind in the Bahamas and like what we like left on the court there. So it was just like kind of revenge for us today.
Yeah. What was it? Second quarter, Coach G told me I need to score more, so and I just started shooting more, and it was going through the hoop, and my teammates found me. So, it's easy to get those points up when your teammates know where to find you, and my only job is just shoot it. So, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I just got to carry it over to the second half. I think my main goal is playing with that killer mindset all 40 minutes or whatever, 27 minutes, however minutes I am on the floor. So that's my next objective. It's Columbia basketball. There's not just 5 players on this team. We're 1 through 15. So, we have all the trust in the world, what we see in practice, that those players could come in and, hold the standard of Columbia basketball. And I thought they did that in that fourth quarter. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about like next man up and like be ready for your moment. So I thought they did a great job of that. I mean, I thought Ava led that group so well. Mary was great out there. So it's just always being ready for your opportunity.
What I was most proud of today was that our team went through some hard things recently, not just losses, but, like real adversity. I think that this team is starting to understand where we lack maturity, and then also what our strengths are and how we can balance those two things better. And I think that's what we've been struggling with since the very beginning of such a new team, such a youthful team, is finding that balance of discipline and joy. And I think today was a really good step in the right direction. Absolutely. I mean, we put this schedule together for a reason, and and I still think we should have won 2 of those games at least, of the 4 that we lost. And, but I think losing teaches you a lot more. Sometimes when you win through adversity, if you don't have a mature group, you don't end up learning as much. And I think our team was meant to learn by the basketball gods, telling us, hey, like, it's not good enough yet. But I can tell you that this team is going to keep getting better. And I'm really excited to see even what we do next week. Yeah. Well, one thing we've been talking a lot about is building a wall around the basketball. And I think today we did a much better job of that, against number 2 in Florida, 0 in Georgia, even I think it was 3 in Georgia. Like there's so many instances where we were telling people like, hey, that's not a shooter. Or like we need to be better in the gaps. So that's one big example of us not being great. We just got blown by or like sent people to the free throw line a million times. I mean, I feel like Georgia and Florida just live at the free throw line, which stalls the game. So that's one big area. Another one, in terms of us to focus at is making sure that we know personnel as we switch and we change up what we're doing defensively. We're going from man to a 3-2, or today we played all man, obviously, but I think sometimes we lose focus on like, okay, it's a short closeout here. This person's the shooter, right? And especially when you play some of these Power 5 teams from the SEC, they are very athletic. They're a lot taller than us. I just think that, we have to understand like whoever the opponent is, you got to be able to adjust in game to what they're throwing at you, who's on the floor. So I would say those are some of the 2 major areas that we're focusing on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's something that we're going to have to learn to do better. But, Perry is such a physical force in a player and so active that, she literally can guard the 1 through the 5. And like today I even told her, I was like, hey, there's possessions I'm going to want you to guard 31. I want you to guard 1 too if it bothers us. Which is the luxury we have with a player like that. She's completely versatile defensively. But like I'm going to play the players that I think deserve to be playing the most. And we need a starting lineup that's going to be solid. And I think that this group that over the last 3 games now that we've started them, has been learning how to be solid together. And I love what Fliss brought today, just her like scoring identity a little bit. She's been looking to be making a lot of plays, but between Perry and Fliss and Cece, it's like they can guard the 3 through the 5. Fliss is so physical as well, and she's so strong. And then, we have big guards in Abbey and Kitty. So I really love the 5 guard lineup, and we're going to stick with it a little bit longer.